Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a speed build. I am starting out here in NolaCrysti, but it will eventually move to Sulani as the idea takes more of a shape. My original idea was to have 4 5x5 square rooms stacked on top of each other to form a tower structure, and then one floor would be a different room, like the one floor would be the living room, one floor would be the kitchen, things like that. Well, then after I put a area on top of the roof, I decided to create a pool on the bottom down here, and that added another room in the basement, which will eventually be enclosed in windows, and it will have more of a like aquarium type feel to it. I could not decide between the steps or the ladder, so I will alternate between them throughout this build. This entire build has been play tested. I have used the sim to go up through each floor to make sure that everything was accessible. I used more of a modern feel to it while we were in NolaCrysti with the illuminated fences and these fancy post type things. But when I move it to Sulani, of course, I will start using the more beachy vibe type items from the Island Living pack. For some reason, almost everything I build ends up in Sulani or using Island Living. I think I did use Jungle Adventure in the kitchen, but that is also one of my other favorite packs to build with, so that's no surprise. Here I am putting the windows in the bottom room that's in the basement, which means that when you're sitting in it, you see all the way around the pool, which I thought was kind of cool. At first I thought about putting the pool on the top floor, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so I decided to put it down here at the bottom instead. Here I am doing the kitchen, like I said, Jungle Adventure. I used a lot of Jungle Adventure and I think Parenthood for maybe some of the appliances. I can't really remember, but I really like this color. It's one of my new favorite colors. I really wouldn't say my favorite color, but one of my new favorite colors to build with. So I will be working on this. Each floor will of course be a different room because of the fact that they are 5x5 square rooms, so there's really not much you can fit in there. At the very top there is a lounge type area where I put some of the lounge chairs from the game, and I think an umbrella and stuff like that, just like where you can like lay out and stuff. I really went back and forth with this table idea. I really did not know what to do with it. So in a minute you're going to see me skip over and we will eventually be in Sulani. I cut most of that out. I think the idea really came when I started putting these windows in, and I was like, this would look really cool in Sulani. So now we are in Sulani, and I eventually go and I change the outside of it. I'm going to call this Sulani Tower, which is what it will be in the gallery. It is CC free, so this will be a shorter type build video. I think it's about 17 minutes, and there really wasn't that much space to really do much with, and I really didn't clutter it up much because I'm really not one for the clutter thing. This house has been play tested. Did move a sim into it and test the ladders, and I cut out a lot of where I was making adjustments from where she couldn't use the ladders on the inside, but that has all been fixed. She's able to go from the very bottom floor all the way up to the very top roof, and so this would be a perfect little house in Sulani. I did spend a little bit too much time on the outside maybe, but I wanted to make sure it had the right kind of vibe type thing. Right now I have a ladder as a way of getting in, but that will eventually change back to stairs. This really is a house made for like maybe one sim, maybe a couple, like boyfriend, girlfriend, or something like that. There is only one bedroom. However, as you know, toddlers cannot go up and down these ladders, so You really can't have a toddler in this house. I think I'm working on the living room now. I used a lot of like island living windows as well as jungle adventure windows. I do have a couple more builds that are in the works to be uploaded to the channel. One is my childhood home, and the other is Simmer Down Misha's 2 packs, 2 builds, 1 lot challenge. I currently have to finish the second build, so that should be coming up soon. This was a pretty awkward house for me to try to decorate because I had to be conscious of the ladders, pretty much 2 ladders per floor. I thought it was really cute having the little fence right there, but then when I play tested, I realized that she could not use the ladder with the fence there, so I had to remove that. And I mean, really didn't give it the same feel that I liked. For those wondering, I do have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, so it's really hard for me to stay focused on one area. So that's why I skip around a lot, because my attention span is really low. So it is something I'm trying to work on, so we will see how I go with that. But here I am in the bedroom. I put about 3, I think, glass windows across from the bed, so you will see the view from it in the screenshots later, but it's a very beautiful view. Here I am working on the rooftop area. I made it really simple, just this little umbrella, 2 lounge chairs, and I think I put like the little drink set from Spa Day out there. So you go up to the rooftop, sunbathe, have some lemonade or whatever, and have a good old time. So here I am back down in the bedroom, and then I skip down to the basement. That's just how I am. So I was making this into like a lounge type area with like sofa, chairs, like somewhere where you would entertain. I also put a bar in, as well as later on I put in an island with a desk on it because I really had nowhere else to put it, so I created a desk with the island. So this is more like you have friends over, you're sitting down here in the basement room and you see the water all around you, so it's kind of like a tranquil feeling. I put the TV upstairs in the living room and the computer down here. I think I just gave them a laptop. I originally put an art easel down here, but I'll eventually move that to the porch area. So this is more like an entertaining area, whereas your living room is up on the 2nd floor, I believe, is the way that I place them. I believe you go from here to the kitchen, to the living room, to the bathroom, to the bedroom, to the roof. So it's kind of an awkward way to go, but I think it turned out pretty cute. It's one of the builds I'm kind of proud of. Okay, so I'm fixing the cabinets in the kitchen, and then I will probably end up in the living room because, well, we all know that's how my attention span goes. So I sized down this rug. These lights are my favorite lights. I use them in almost every kitchen that I build. It's the little like mason jar lights from Parenthood, I believe. And I think they match the green that I always use in kitchens very well, so I'm always using those. I tried to use similar type items. I thought that this light from the Eco Lifestyle Pack went very well with the wicker in the room in here. So now I've put a bookcase up. I figured you could sit in that chair, read a book, look out the window, and everything would be all nice and beachy. I struggled with the walls in the bedroom because nothing I found really matched what I had in there at the moment, and it was really frustrating me at one point, so I just threw a wall up there and left it, and I eventually go back and change it. I believe right now is when I'm changing it. I just went with the simple gray one from, again, Eco Lifestyle. I was trying to find more of a red to bring in the red from the rest of the room, but I couldn't find it. So I think that the red floors and the gray walls worked out well. I just threw some stuff up here on the dresser to kind of clutter it up, and then I went to just drop stuff off in the bathroom area so I have to search for it later. And I just cluttered it up a little bit around it with some plants and this basket. And I really didn't want it to be too cluttered because this is more like a tropical paradise type thing, so you really wouldn't have that much. I went with the yellow from Jungle Adventure in the bathroom. I don't know why, I just thought it was different than the green. And so I eventually changed it to where we had a shower and a bathtub separate from each other, and we have double sinks, so like I said, this could be used for a couple if you wanted it to be. I tried to stick with the yellow theme. I made this little cutout area for the bathtub, so I think this turned out to be a pretty cute bathroom. I cut out a lot of me trying to clutter it up with shelves and stuff, so be thankful that you missed all of that, because I am not really very good at cluttering and trying to put things on shelves that don't want to be on shelves. I really wasn't liking many of these mirrors at all that I was looking at. It really didn't go well with the like sink type that I had. These are my favorite mirrors from Spa Day. I've used to use them all the time. I really haven't used them much lately, so I kind of left the bathroom kind of like this. I just tried to clutter up the shelves. It really didn't work for me. I ended up moving all of that off the shelves except for the toothbrushes. And if you're new here, I do have several Let's Plays / challenges on the channel. I have an eco lifestyle Let's Play, which I am hoping to start wrapping up soon. I also have the 8x8 room challenge, which is where a sim lives in an 8x8 room until he or she achieves the Mansion Baron aspiration. And I also have a Rags to Riches Let's Play, as well as a 100 Baby Challenge series. I also have a single teen mom life Let's Play that I've been doing. Season 1 is almost ending. When I finish season 1, I will probably take a month or 2 break from that and restart that later. For season 2, I do have a completed 7 toddler challenge. If you don't know what that is where one sim takes care of 7 toddlers all by themselves. I played on long lifespan, and I had the goal of having them all max out their skills, and of course that's completed and up on the channel. I've also played a game called Simulacra, and I plan to finish all of the games in that series, but I never got around to finishing it because I've been doing builds and things like that. So here I am getting ready to add in this island desk area. If you have any ideas for other challenges or Let's Play ideas, I have one idea for a Let's Play that I am currently working on and will begin at some point in the future. I did start one called Eternal Revenge. Oh, here I'm adding in a little enclosed area for the ladder because my thought was if it rains, it's going to rain in her bedroom because the ladder area is open. So I made a little door for it. But however, as I was saying, I had started a Let's Play called Eternal Revenge set in the vampire world, and I had trouble with some of my footage, and I walked away from it because I was getting very frustrated. So I may go back and just play them off camera and do them as more of a current household type video. And I also have my sim self, which is married to Marcus Flex, and they live in Sulani with their toddler daughter, and I have to finish updating their Simstagram, which I feel kind of behind on. So I have a lot of things to get done, and there's lots of things for you to check out. also am working on more build type things because I need to expand my building. I know my builds aren't very much right now, but trust me, they've come a long way from where they were. So I will be finishing this up in a few minutes, and then I will leave you with some screenshots of the inside. And don't forget, I always end up putting a Baby Yoda statue in each of my builds. I typically do not do it on camera, but I stick it in there after I've turned the camera off. And sometimes I size them down so that they look like just little statue type things, but there's always a Baby Yoda in my builds. Okay, in a few seconds I will be heading outside and getting rid of this ladder and putting steps down. Then I will go to the side to where you get into the pool at, and I will be changing that as well into kind of like a dual step type area where you go, you know, both ways. I really like that. I thought it was cute. And then I started landscaping. I use a lot of the coconut trees and shrubbery and stuff like that from the Island Living pack. I tried to stay more island theme with it, and I know my landscaping isn't all that great, but trust me when I say it's come a long way. A lot of my building and landscaping has come a long way from where it used to be. I believe that the tree I just tried to put on the other side, which I will end up putting one like that, is a debug item, I believe. So I just kind of made it look beachy, islandy type thing. I put a little seating area out on the porch, and that's the end of the build. And I will leave you with some screenshots of the rooms, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content and you're new here, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!